The Bay Area, home of diversity and a place filled with rich culture and traditions that are constantly changing. A place where one can find almost any type of culture and background. This diversity can be seen in the many different types of restaurants that are in the area, ranging from Mexican to Italian, Brazilian, Japanese, Korean, and even Indian, each having their own story about their influence and impact to the community. However, what really goes on within these restaurants, and how have they applied their customs to their businesses?
Hello.
This is Pedro. He owns the Brazilian Cafe on University Avenue, a really successful cafe that brings all sorts of people during the day. He is very dedicated and has a lot of passion for what he does, and though he didn't tell us much about his whole story, we learned from him that he loves to bring all sorts of clientele to his business and enjoys working with many different cultures.
Oh, my name is Pedro Robin. I'm from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. This is Brazil Cafe. We've been here since 2000, 16 years ago. I'm Pedro from Brazil. I was born in a kitchen. I learned with my family 15 years with the family. I did 15 years by myself in Brazil. Then we did 15 years in Berkeley that opened the doors in America. My best seller sandwich, Pedro's favorite sandwich, bread, cheese, cilantro, pineapple, olives, jalapeno, steak, iguanas, tomatoes, salt, pepper, and lettuce. Been the best seller for 16 years. And we can do plates over rice with salad, bread, cheese, and green onions. And now we have a new berry from Brazil that just grown in Amazonas. Açaí berry. It has a lot of antioxidants, omega, and fiber. From here, we open 3 locations. Couple blocks down, we have a restaurant for 100 people with 60 different kind of roses. Very beautiful place with Brazilian cheese balls. And then after that, we open a beer garden on Xiomy Street with 15 type of beers, fire pit, water fountain, a playground for kids, dogs welcome, empanadas, and much more. Today's December 12, and we open now in 2017, location number 4. It's gonna be a fusion of Brazilian and French. We're gonna be open in 2017 on Sherk Avenue. I love my job. I'm blessed, thankful, and welcome to Brazil Cafe. We're here every day to serve you. Peace.
This is Kevin Sanchez, part owner of the Salvadorian restaurant El Platano on University Avenue. He was a bit shy, but in the end, he told us that the business seems to be really family-driven, since most of the people that work in the restaurant are relatives. In addition, he also said that the restaurant has always kept their tradition and have not changed much since when they started.
Kevin Sanchez. I am a part owner in a partnership for Cafe Platano here in Berkeley, California. It started with my father and uncle. They opened this one 8 years ago as a partnership. And from there it started to grow. We started to get more family members that needed jobs, and we gave them jobs. That's how it went from there. I've been working here all my life since I was in high school. And the whole family's in it. You have cousins, mothers, sisters, brothers, all working. With the college nearby, we get a lot of customers from, a lot of clubs, social clubs, Latino groups, stuff like that. We get a lot of people from, a lot of cultures. It's not only Salvadorian, not only Latinos, it's Americans. It hasn't changed since we opened, but we have added a couple items just to tend to the customers' needs. We serve traditional food, Salvadorian, but people tend to like it because, people that come from El Salvador, they like it because it's traditional, it's original, like from back home. We've been expanding, yeah. We have 3 new locations, one in Stockton, one is opening in Lathrop, and we have one in Oakland. We like to get to know our customers, not only just serve them, that's it. We're a family business. We keep ourselves afloat from the hit to the hit.
And this is Erfan Sedasian, part owner of Fresco Mexican Grill on Shattuck Avenue. What's special about this place is how it's a restaurant mix, since the owners are Persian but the food they make is Mexican, similar to the idea Pedro had for his Brazilian restaurant. And in addition, the restaurant is also very family-oriented, while also having diverse employees working in the restaurant.
Erfan Sedasian, this is Fresco Mexican Grill, and we're Mexican. It's run by my mom and dad, and I help them on the weekends, and we have other brother helps out on the weekends. For everybody does the same amount of work, whether we don't have really, much female employees, but when my mom's here, she's helping out, making certain things. But everybody gets the same share. My dad, he's the chef. He does the ingredients, he does the flavor, the seasoning, all that. I cook, I clean, I do everything. We all do the same thing. Everybody, if somebody's calling in sick, somebody knows what to do. There's no shortage. We've owned restaurants all our lives. We lived in Germany for 12 years, so we've had an Italian restaurant there. So owning restaurants has been a big part of our lives. And so we've established and learned how to grow customers. So we learned a lot. It seemed like a perfect spot, downtown by the college, Mexican food. It's quick, it's delicious, so it works out for everybody. You have this much space, you can't. We got a small grill. Couldn't do burgers. It's just no easier. Yeah. You can see. So Mexican seafood, quick, fast, fresh. Everybody likes it. All races, all genders. It doesn't really matter. Rice, we've added the breakfast. I think within a year of opening because there's some morning traffic. But nothing's really changed. Just made it more flavorful. I'm Persian, so we grew up a lot of kebabs and rice. But I grew up on German food as well, so I eat everything. But steak, burritos here, sushi, and Persian food are my favorite. It does. We use a little bit of the ingredients, a little bit of seasoning. That's why it tastes slightly different than carne asada. If you want to try it, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Just a little extra, less of it. I think Chipotle started it for me. I always like Mexican food. I had my go-to spot and definitely where I live. But when Chipotle opened up, that's just a go-to food, quick, fast, it's fresh, it's delicious. So that's where we got our idea from, essentially. We've seen people leave happy. They come in, sometimes they're not happy, but they leave with a smile. It makes a difference in our lives.